Today, we're gonna go through every single time Gunther has lost in WWE. We're not gonna go through tag team matches where Ludwig Kaiser fucking got pinned and Gunther was just a part of that team. No, we're not gonna do that because I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna be here all fucking day trying to count when Kofi Kingston teamed up with Jey Uso and beat him, or when KO and teamed up with Sami Zayn and Matt Riddle and beat him. Like that I'm gonna be here all fucking day because that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to tell you guys every time Gunther has lost a singles match, has been pinned in a tag team match, or has been submitted. So let's start off. We're gonna do this in chronological order, the earliest to the latest. And if you didn't know what chronological meant, then what are you doing here? You got some bigger problems than me worrying about when Gunther lost. So the first ever loss Gunther suffered in WWE was actually not against Drew McIntyre. It was against Seth Rollins in a no DQ match, in a 5-minute whatever match in a Raw episode of 2019 in UK. And it didn't matter. It didn't matter. It was a whatever match. Gunther's next loss wasn't a tag team match, and I did mention that. I'm not gonna mention if someone else is pinned, but this is in Survivor Series 2019 when he was the first one out of the entire match. I'm pretty sure he was the first one out, and he got pinned in like 2 minutes when he tagged in and got beat by Drew McIntyre. The whole reason I wanted to make this video was to tell you guys this happened and how fucking dumb it was, because you have the future of your company right here. NXT stands for next. You have the future of your company in 2019, and you beat him in 2 minutes. Why the fuck would you do this? And maybe you want to come up with the argument being like, oh, it's because they didn't want developmental stars, to outshine the main rosters. But in the same match, Keith Lee does exactly that, outshining the top star, Roman fucking Reigns. He outshines him. He pounds his ass. He Big Bang catastrophes his ass. So like, there's literally no excuse to do this to Gunther. So Vince McMahon, I don't know what crack you're smoking, but I hope you rot in prison. That was Gunther's first official, not DQ, not a tag team match. He got pinned in 2019 Survivor Series. So yes, WWE had him lose twice in a month. But next up, we have to fast forward a year, 2020, when he got pinned by Ilya Dragunov. And no, it's not that one-on-one match. It's once again a tag team match. And is it Ilya Dragunov pinned him? He pinned him. Can you guys believe it? In a tag team match, Ilya Dragunov teamed up with Pete Dunne, and Gunther teamed up with the Forgotten Imperium member Alexander Wolf. And Dragunov pinned Gunther. When I was researching for this video, I was trying to find, a Gunther tag team match, because I had the faintest memory of this match, and I couldn't find it anywhere. I watched a video of every man that has beaten Gunther in WWE, and they never mentioned that Ilya Dragunov, pinned Gunther. A year later, NXT TakeOver 36, I'm pretty sure, Ilya Dragunov taps out Gunther like a bitch. He taps him out, takes his title. How embarrassing. Your 2-year title reign got taken away from you, and you got stripped of your title like a bitch. Embarrassing stuff from you, Gunther. But yeah, that one's pretty well known. I'm pretty sure these next couple, they're all well known. I don't really need to tell you. I'm only blah blah blah. Next up with Gunther and Braun Breaker, random ass episode of NXT. And let me vent to you this quickly. Vince McMahon, you have 2 of your brightest superstars. The NXT crowd loves him. They love Gunther. They love Braun Breaker, and you have him face off in a random episode of NXT. Vince McMahon, I just want to know what had the pipe of crack look like when you smoked it? I wanted to know what was Vince McMahon's vendetta against Gunther, because it doesn't make any sense. He changed his name from Walter to Gunther literally like a couple weeks before that, so it wasn't looking good for the Gunther FC, the fan community. It wasn't looking good for me. It wasn't looking good for all the stock I had in him. I was about to tell my wife and kids that we're about to be homeless because of the stocks, and Gunther was going down the toilet. Gunther recovered. Doesn't matter. Next up is Gunther versus Chad Gable, where Chad Gable suplexed Gunther over the barricade and beat him via countout. Is it cheap? Yeah. Should we move on? Yeah. The most recent loss Gunther has suffered as of today. Please check the date. If we're in 2028, do not comment. Well, Gunther lost to R-Truth in that random episode of Raw in 2026. I'm in 2024, so it doesn't count. It was Gunther versus Sami Zayn at WrestleMania 40. Sami Zayn, he brainbusted Gunther on top of the turnbuckle, almost splattered his brains into scrambled eggs, and then haluva kick and taking his IC title. Gunther, you got bitched. Embarrassing stuff. The way you lose is so embarrassing. You're getting bitched. Those are all the times Gunther has lost. And honestly, I only made this video to spread awareness that Ilya Dragunov has pinned Gunther. And I don't know. We need new clips. I don't want to just see Ilya Dragunov tapping out my man. He also pinned that man. So please guys, don't forget this happened. This happened. I feel like I was losing my mind because nobody was talking about this. So it did happen. I got nothing else to say. Don't forget it, please.